Greetings and welcome to Deportee TV. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be alerted of new content, go ahead and ring the notification bell. This channel will discuss the journey and hardships of people all across the world who have gone through the process of deportation. Through these interviews, we will uncover true stories of everyday people who have gone through heartbreaking and troublesome journeys to migrate into other countries in order to better their lives. I'm Rain Russell, a recent college graduate of Georgia State University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. My father, Desmond, is an immigrant from Jamaica who was inspired to create his channel by recollection of his own experiences with migration and deportation nearly 30 years ago.
Yes, and welcome to Deportee TV. My name is Desmond, and this is my deportation story.
So Desmond, what was your place of birth and your school life and your relationship with your parents?
Well, I was born in St. James, Jamaica, and I went to school, first started school in this place called Montfort. And then, like after 5th grade, I moved to the city, which is Montego Bay. Montfort is just like 20 miles away from the city. Then I went to school in the city for a year, Green Pond School. And then, after a year, I moved back to the country and then finished high school, which is Cambridge High School. And the relationship between me and my parents was okay. My father was a farmer. My mom was like a seamstress. We grew up in the country, so it's just country life. And that's what I did. Then after high school, I went to live in the city with my brother for like about 2.5 years. I was taking care of my brother's kids because he was working on a cruise ship at the time, and his wife took sick. So as soon as I leave high school, I went straight to his house for like 2.5 years. Then after that, I started working in the tourist industry. I started working at this bar, this entertainment complex called Disco Inferno. And at nighttime, and then during the daytime, I would rent motorcycle. So I was always, in the tourist business in Jamaica.
And when and why did you decide to leave your home country?
Well, I decided to leave Jamaica I left Jamaica in 1989. And the reason is, Jamaica, economy-wise, it's not so great, and of course, by me dealing with tourists all the time, you know what I'm saying, it gives me that vibes that, I wanted to come to America. So I left Jamaica 1989, in the summer of 89, to come to America.
And did you enter America illegally, or did you go the legal route?
Well, I went the illegal route. What happened, I have a friend who had a travel agency, and they had a trip coming to Mexico. So I decided that, that was like the closest spot to America that I could get to, because I didn't have any family in America or like close relatives who could file for me, you know what I'm saying, or help me with paperwork to get out of Jamaica. But I have an aunt. She couldn't do the paperwork, you know what I'm saying, because she's not like a close relative that, But she was willing to help me if I could get to America. So when I heard about this trip, save up my money and get my ticket, and then we get on a flight, which is like sometime in July, and we get to Mexico. The flight was, the trip actually was a trip from Jamaica to Mexico, like a vacation thing. So that's what I did, and we came to Mexico, and that was in 1989. But all of us who came on the trip from Jamaica, nobody planned to go back to Jamaica. It was, it was just a thing that, okay, this is like one of the closest spots, that we could cross, we know about crossing the border. So, that was everybody planned from, not just people from Montego Bay, but it was also people from all over the island of Jamaica, from Kingston, all over. So it was over over 100 people came up on the flight. So, yeah, I came here when I came to Mexico. There was only a few people that have links to get to America. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? My aunt just told me that if I could get to San Diego, or if I could get to Tijuana, she would come and pick me up. But we landed in Mexico City, which is about a 2-day drive or something to Tijuana, which is about. So when we got to Mexico City, I think it was a Thursday night, then Friday I jump on a bus and I get to Tijuana. And when I got there, it was like about 5 of us. And when we got there, immigration took us off the bus, of course, because they know that we are foreigners, you know what I'm saying? And they took us up to this house. I remember it was a big house. A lot of people there, people from all over South America was there. Many people. And they had this room with a lot of phone, like, telephone. And they have these guys working there, and they told us, like, we need to talk to them. And they will call our family, or whosoever, in America, and they would charge them X amount to bring us to cross the border, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they link up my aunt say yes, you know what I mean? So, everything was settled from there. What happened is, from that house in Mexico, now they transport us across the border into San Diego. So I was in San Diego for like about 2 nights before they, transport to Los Angeles. But the thing is, I got busted the same day entering to America, because the vehicle that they used to transport us to LA, it seems like it was a stolen van. And the cops pull up behind us. I remember we was in the van. I was so happy, you know what I mean? And as soon as the driver turned the radio on, there was a Ray Charles song came on same time. Hit the road, Jack, don't want to come back no more. And I'm starting singing like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, the cops pull up behind us. I look back and, oh man, the driver ran out, jumped out and took off running, left us. You know what I'm saying? So the next cop came, took us to this little jail, start the process, you know what I'm saying? And then they took us to like a detention, jail, but that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I ended up spending maybe about 4 or 5 days. So this was like the end of July now, because I left Jamaica like I think the 26th of July, 89. So this, by then this was like, last few days in July. So I spent like about 4 or 5 days at that jail in San Diego. Now while we was in jail, this, like I said, it was a lot of South Americans, Mexicans and, mm-hmm. Argentina, but, all over. Belize. It was just few Belize, but most Spanish. So one big building, maybe 100, over 100 and something, bunk beds all over. So we there, we just waiting for them to tell us when they're going to send us back to Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? Or everybody there waiting for them to, send them back home. But at this time when I was there, one day there's 3 white men, 3 men just walk up, came up, briefcase, suited up, and they say something in Spanish, and I see all the people who speak Spanish just run towards them, and they say something to them. I don't know what happened, what they said, but it just lasted for like 2-3 minutes. Then everybody just rushed to the phones. They have phones on the wall, you know what I'm saying? So everybody went, you know what I mean? So then they said, those men that came in said, all who speak English, come on up. So me and the other guys, we went up. So they told us that President Reagan at the time did something with the law that had to do with immigration that just came in effect right at the time when I was in jail. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they told us that if we have any family member in America, we could call them and they could bail us out, and we could get to go into America, because we was in the process of getting deported back to Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, or whosoever, wherever they come from. Mm-hmm. But while I'm in jail, the law that President Reagan, whatever he did, just came in effect. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I end up coming into America. You know what I'm saying? Even though I get caught up and I was supposed to be deported at the time. So yeah, big up President Reagan. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in this country, man. You know, the man tear down walls and break down barriers. Big up President Reagan. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got caught up. Then after that, like I said, we spent maybe about 4 or 5 days in San Diego. Then they took us they transport us from San Diego now to this place called El Centro, which is the major facility for all like deportation type, you know what I'm saying? So that's where they took us, you know, a few hours drive that night. And we got there, like maybe about 5 in the morning, and we there for a few hours. Outside they have these tent, you know what I mean, fence. They didn't put us inside the building. We're just outside, you know, still jail. So now there's something that happened. Something really happened that I know most people wouldn't talk about when we got to El Centro. Now when we outside, like I say, maybe we got there like 5 in the morning. We there till maybe about 7. They call us inside the building. And when they call us inside the building, they tell us, you know, to get in line. That's all of us who came off the bus from San Diego to El Centro. They told us, take your clothes off, only leave your underwear. You know what I'm saying? When we get inside. Now there's 2 sheriffs in there. They have this wall, and 2 doors, one on the left, one on the right. So every now and again, one sheriff would come on and call one of us to come back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they was doing. So when you go back there, you come out on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't wait anyway. So, I thought they was going to give us new clothes or whatever, because they told us to strip just be in our underwear. You know what I'm saying? So when my time come, the sheriff come out and call me. I went by there and I stood up in front of him. He said, turn around, pull down your underwear and bend over. I looked at him, I said, what? He said, turn around, pull your underwear down and bend over. Oh man, I looked at him, I said, what? Next thing you know, he just grabbed me by the shoulder, spin me around, pull my underwear down, bend me over. I said, what the hell is this? I never knew anything like this would happen or ever happen. So, because I have my head down, I hold my head back up. I looked at him, I said, how much do they pay you to do this job, man? Because I don't know if they do that in Jamaica. Because if I go to Jamaica to be a cop, or if I was in Jamaica trying to be a cop, and they told me my job is to go back there and strip down the prisoners and look up their ass for drugs, I'm not going to take that job. That's what that sheriff did to me. I did not expect that, but that's what happened. So, I know many people don't talk about that, but yeah, sheriff look up my ass. In jail, in El Centro.